Um, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining the San Francisco Kindergarten to College Registrations Wheel Your Balance and Incentive Workshop. My name is Celia Yu. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for K2C. My colleague, Teresa Sanchez, who is the Community Engagement Specialist, and our Program Manager, Mohan Kanango, are also here. Before we begin, let's review a few housekeeping items. Okay. Um, the $20 incentive will be credit for one of your students' active K2C account for participating today. So again, thank you for joining us today. So happy to see many of you are showing up. Today's workshop is being recorded. This recorded workshop will be available on our website at k2csf.org. We respect all participants in this convening today and want to create a safe space for all. By default, all participants will be mute and video is disabled. Video will be on for speaker only. To active live transcriptions, select the More or the three dot buttons at the bottom of your screen and click Live Transcript. To participate in Q&A, please select the check button at the bottom of your screen and send your question to everyone. You may also use the raise hand feature and wait to be called upon. If you are calling in to this Zoom workshop, please dial in and using the keypad, dial *6 to unmute yourself. Today, we're going to talk about what is K2C, how to make a deposit, and what is this school year incentive. We will also go over how to register and wheel balance online, how to access your K2C fund when your child graduated from SFUSD, and last but not least, how to stay connected with us. What is kindergarten to college? Every child enrolled in kindergarten through 12th grade with the San Francisco Unified School District will automatically receive a college saving account at Citibank with the initial seed amount of $50. Since we are partnered with SFUSD, there is no additional information we need from you to open an account for your child. K2C founded in 2011 by then Mayor Gavin Newsom and the Treasurer Jose Cisneros. They put students on a path to college from their first day of school. But why? Why San Francisco City and County would like to use the public fund on students? Because research show that having a saving account in a student name make them 7 times more likely to attend college and 4 times more likely to graduate from college. K2C account is absolutely no fee, will not impact on public's benefit. Let's say if you are getting WIC, CalFresh, or Medi-Cal, you don't need to even report this account. We have different deposit channel for you to make your contributions. This is the dedicated college saving account for post-secondary educations. This is the deposit only account, but of course, if you and your family have emergency and you would like to withdraw your personal contribution, yes, you can do that without paying any penalty. And you'll also be able to view your accounts online. Here is the rough timeline to show how K2C communicate with SFUSD. So in September, K2C will request the fall enrollment data from SFUSD, and October is our busy month. K2C will open account for new student and engage with the student who left SFUSD. And November, we will mail out the welcome letter to all the new family. And in December, we will send out the activity report to the current student. In January, we will request the spring enrollment data from SFUSC again. So the cycle will restart in spring. Here is the example of the welcome letter and activity report. On the left is the welcome letter. All the new students will get a welcome letter from us. You can find a brief description of our program, how to make a deposit, how to connect with us. On the bottom, you can find your student K2C account number and the Citibank routing number as well. On the right side, that is the activity report. You can see your personal contribution, incentive, and scholarship listed. Now you know what is K2C and why we have K2C. If you would love to take advantage of our program, so you will ask Celia, what is the next step? I'm going to tell you how can you make deposit and what is the incentive for this school year. We have 4 different ways for you to make deposit into your child K2C account. I will go into more detail for each one now. So the first one, you can visit Citibank branch to make a cash deposit in person. You will have to have your child full name and your child K2C account number. Just a reminder, you can find your child K2C account number on the welcome letter or the activity report. You can also find your K2C account number from our website. You can request the deposit ticket from us in advance or ask for one when you're at the branch. For cash deposit, you may need to provide a wallet ID or other identifying information. For check or money order, you will only need the K2C account number. Here is the list for all Citibank branches in San Francisco. You can go to any Citibank branches, but the one in San Francisco will be more familiar with our program and the deposit process. The second way is by mail. You can also make a deposit by mailing your check or money order. Please make sure to put your student name and the K2C account number in the memo section. You can see that we circle it on the screen. Send your check or money order to the address that on the screen to City Youth Saving Account. You are welcome to request a prepaid envelope from us by emailing us or calling us, so you don't need to pay for the postage. The next method, you can set up a direct deposit with your employer, so the fund will automatically deduct from your paycheck and deposit into your student K2C account. You can set up whatever amount you are comfortable with for each paycheck. You can download the form from our website or request a hard copy from us to send it to your mailing address. Please be sure to fill out your student K2C account number and the Citibank routing number, which can be found on your K2C account card. It's like this one. You can detach this one from your welcome letter. Once completed, turn it into your payroll department and they will do the rest for you. Last but not least, you can use bill payment service to make deposit. You can set up a recurrent payment or a one-time only deposit to your student K2C account. Save whenever you can and whatever amount you want. When you set up a bill pay via your choice of financial institutions, you can find our merchant's account as kindergarten to college. Then add your student account number to your payee list and choose to make a one-time deposit or recurring payment. Now you know that your child has a K2C account with us, that San Francisco City and County put the money to start with, and you learn how to put your personal contributions into their account. Now I would like to let you know that we'll even give you more money, free money to maximize your college saving. We offer equity incentive for the 9 schools that chosen by San Francisco Unified School District. The first to fifth grade student in this school will get $200 seats amount. If this student make the first $5 deposit, we will give them $100.50. If they make the second $5 deposit, we will give them another $150. Add them up, they can get $500 from us. The 9 schools are Bryan, George Washington covered, Cecil Chaffetz, Charles Drew, Bert Hart, Malcolm X, John Muir, Paul Revere, and Sanchez. Besides the equity incentive, we also have incentive for everyone. For this school year, we have Save Now bonus, which is for the new account. So when you're new to SFUSD, if you make your first initial deposit, even though 1 cent, we will give you a $20. And the next incentive is match incentive. If you deposit another $20, we will match up a $20 for this school year. And there is growth incentive. Depends on how much you have in your account. You will see the growth, more money in your account. The last one is register or will balance online. If you register your account online for the first time, we will give you a $20. But you said, hey, Celia, I registered like last school year. But if you just log back in to do to check your balance, to engage with your account, we will give you another $20. So calling out new SWSD student, when you deposit $20, you will hit the Save Now bonus and the match incentive. That is $40. If you register your account, you will get another $20. So add up the total, you can earn $60 from us. Since I just mentioned about the $20 register or real balance incentive, let me walk you through to register your account so we can score that $20 incentive. I will also talk about how to link your children's account so you can view all K2C account in one place. You will also learn how to grant access for your 13 plus years old child to log in into their K2C account. Okay, we're going to do a step-by-step register account online now. If you have the capacity, you can pull out the informations and do it along with me. We want this workshop to be more interactive rather than you just hearing me keep talking. To do that, you will need your child K2C account number, your child date of birth, and your zip code to follow along. So I will give a few seconds. If you would like to do it, you can pull out that information so we can do it all together. My colleague Teresa will drop a link for the quick step-by-step guide in the chat. If you can do it now with us, don't worry. You can follow the quick guide to do it when you get a chance later. So I will give like 10 seconds. If you can pull out your phone, your laptop, your iPad, then we can do it all together. Okay. Okay, are we ready? Okay, let's get started. Okay, now please go to our website at k2csf.org. K for kangaroo, 2 is the number 2, C for cat, S as a snake, F as a fish, and .org. Then you can choose your language preferences by clicking the drop-down menu on the right-hand side. We have 11 languages for you to choose from. Okay. After choosing your preferred language, please hover over My Account. Then click Register and View Balance Online. So it's right here. I have the green arrow to show you where is it. This should be on the first page, on the top. Okay. Let us know if you have any question. Teresa and Mohan will be helping you in the chat. So under single student, please click register now. Then you will be brought to a new page. On the right-hand side, please input your student K2C account number, date of birth, and the zip code. For the K2C account number, no dash. Please note that the zip code has to match the one in SFUSD system. And then our K2C account number is start with 332201. Give a few second right here if you are following along. Okay. After you input all the needed informations, then you can press next. Then there is a pop-up window. Please read our program rule and click accept. In order to see the accept button, you have to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Great. Okay, now the page prompts you to input your personal email address and create a username and password. For your username, there are rules to follow. The username must be 8 to 38 characters, must including at least one number, no special character allowed, no white space allowed, and username should be alphanumerical. Okay. So after you're done creating a username, then we'll need to create a password. To create a password, you have to follow this rule. The password must be different from your username, must have between 6 to 32 characters, must including 2 letter, 2 number, 1 uppercase, and 1 lowercase. And for your password, you can have 1 special character from the approved list on the screen. And there is like no white space allowed. So it's kind of confusing. Your username, you cannot have special character, but for the password, yes, you will have to have 1 special character. Next, you will need to set up your security questions. Please make sure to write down the answer. If you forget your username or password and need to reset your account, you will have to answer them in the exact same way you answer at the first time. After you are done all the steps, you will see congratulations on the page, which means you are successfully registered your account. Then you can click on the blue button, log in to log into your own account. So are we doing okay? You can give me a thumbs up or let us know if you have any question. Okay, good. Okay, now you can back to the login page. Please enter the username and password that you have just created on the left-hand side and then press login. Please contact us if you have a hard time registering your account. We're happy to help. So after you input your username and password, then you press login. Then it will bring you to your account activity page. You can now see your accounts total funds, contributions, and incentive listed on the first page. If you have more than one child and would like to link their account, then you can click profile on top. So you can link all your kids' K2C account together. Then after you click the profile, I will bring you to this page. Then scroll down to the bottom, then click link account. Then you can add participants, which is your other child. You need to put your other child's K2C account number, the date of birth, and the zip code. Remember that the zip code has to match the one you provided to San Francisco Unified School District. Ta-da! Now you can view your children's accounts balance in one place. In the circle area, that is the location, you will see your children's name, account number, and the total fund in their account. If you would like to grant access for your child who is 13 years old or older, you can click Grant Access on the button on the bottom of the page. Sorry, it is on the lower right bottom. After you click that, the system will ask you to input your child email address. Then after you input your child email address, your child has to check his or her email because the system will send a specific link to your child's email. Then your child can register from that link. So this is all for linking your children's K2C account. So when your child is graduating from SFUSD, how can I get my K2C fund? Actually, it's very easy and simple to do it. You can simply fill out a short form from our website. Tell us what is your preferred payment method and the graduation plan. It should only take you less than 5 minutes to do it. Then you can use your K2C money to cover higher education's related expense at like 4-year college or university, community college, trade vocational college, post-secondary apprenticeship, or training program. You can use the money to pay for tuitions, supply, book, transportation, and all other education related expense. Please follow us on IG or Facebook so you can receive the most updated information regarding our program. We are having our arts and video contest in early spring. Students can earn scholarship by participating in our contest. So please stay tuned. After this workshop, if you still have a question or have a hard time to register your account, or you would like to get a live help, you can join our Zoom office hour. We have English Chinese Zoom office hour on Tuesday from 4 to 5, or Spanish office hour on Thursday from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. You can also subscribe our YouTube channel or sign up for K2C e-newsletter. We would love to stay connected with you. You can also reach us by phone or email us. Our website has many useful resources. Please check them out. Okay. Before we wrap up this workshop, I would like to remind you that the $20 incentive for your participations in this meeting will be credited by the end of December to one of your student account, and only one incentive per household. How are we doing so far? And then I'm going to launch the poll right now. So please let us know what do you think about this workshop. We would like to get your feedback so we can know how to better assist you in the future. So we're going to launch the poll right now. Give us a few seconds. Okay. Mohan or Teresa, are we launching the poll? Oh, thank you. So please let us know. What do you think about the workshop? So while you are,
I had a question.
yes.
So I thought the workshop was also for people who already have the kindergarten, the college account. So I just wanted to mention that. I thought it was for people also that already had the account and that there might be some more information.
Oh, yes. Because some of the people they already have the K2C account, but they do not know how to register, or they would like to know our this year incentive. So that's why we have this workshop.
Okay,
Is
I
it
saw
something
the this
that?
year incentive on the email.
Oh, good. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you reading our email. Good job.
Yeah.
Or do you have like any
So I
question
came.
that? Yes, go ahead.
No, I just came on the phone because I just thought maybe it was for some new information. But okay, also for new information too. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. It's good to have like refreshers, to know about
Okay.
like, what is the most update about our program.
Hmm. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I had a question.
Yes.
My question was, if I was already registered, is there anything I need to do, um, uh, also, or I already did the step? Like I'm already registered. I already did the step that you showed, um, on the screen.
Oh, okay. So you already registered your K2C student account. Am I correct?
Yeah, I already did that step that you showed, so there was nothing else I needed to do.
No, after you do that, we will give you the $20 incentive. So later on, when you check, you will see the incentive showing up your account. But thank you for doing it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I actually have a
Hi.
question. Hi. Thanks for this helpful presentation. You mentioned it. I do have a graduating senior this year. So you said that to fill out a quick form, is it on the same website that where we registered the K2C account, or is it a separate website?
Actually, it's on our website. And I can have my colleague, either Teresa or Mohan, drop the link in the chat. So you can just click the link and fill out the form.
Oh,
But
perfect.
but let us know if you have any question regarding the form or you need help. We're here to help.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you could provide the link in chat, that'd be great. And one last question is also related to the other question. So since she's not graduating until I would say maybe May or June, should I fill the form out then, or is it okay to fill it out now? I'm not sure if there's a timeline as to when to fill out the form.
Yeah,
So
I can.
thank you, Mohan.
Yeah, no problem. So those are great questions. And what I would encourage you to do is wait until May, so closer to graduation to submit that request, because we want your student to be able to earn incentives their senior year as well. So, viewing their balance, making a deposit, getting all those benefits. And then, when you submit that request, we're going to ask you, how do you want to get the money? So we can send the entire balance, including your contributions and incentives in the form of a check that's made payable to your student, or we can process the payment via Zelle, and that will, go either to your bank account or to your student's bank account. And a third option is if your not ready to receive the money right away, maybe your student needs to take a year off before they enroll, you're still figuring out those plans, you can transfer the entire balance over to a 529 account at ScholarShare. And so right now, if you go to our graduating SFUSD page, we have information that's still trying to reach those students who just graduated in 2023. So the class of 2023 was our first class of participants. Super exciting. We've processed over 1,400 payments to seniors totaling over $500,000. But there's still some stragglers. So if you know people who haven't claimed their money who graduated last year, tell them they can go online to claim those funds. And if you have a senior this year, I'd encourage you to wait until spring. We'll send you some text messages and letters and communication to let you know that it's time to request those funds.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So I'm assuming each time myself logging in or giving my child access to the account, they would be able to earn incentive whenever they log in to check the balance. Is that how it works, or?
Yeah, so that's a good question too. So, and I heard the question earlier about, I logged in, is this it? Is this all I needed to do? And so if it's your first time, if you just got a welcome letter in the mail, which hopefully you got in the last week if you're new to the district, or if you've had an account and haven't registered before, now's the chance. We'll give you $20. And something that's new is that you can earn this rather than just one time over the life of the account, but you can earn it every school year. So in your particular case, if your student is a senior, they'll only be able to earn that once. But if you have a junior or a kindergartner, every school year we want to really incentivize or award that behavior of logging in and viewing your balance, just like you would any bank account, right? But you can make contributions to earn K2C incentives up to that $20 match. We also have that growth incentive Celia mentioned that functions kind of like interest. So that's a small amount that can be credited monthly. And then Celia spoke about our upcoming art and video contest, and that's really a way to go big. So we're giving you the sneak preview of when to look out for that information. At the end of January, February, we're going to have a big announcement. We have awards up to $500, and there'll be different categories for grades. So your senior could also earn that amount.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for having this program. Thank you so much. And thanks for answering all of my questions.
Of course, and there were a lot of questions in the chat. We're doing our best to kind of quote those and respond so we get to them, but we also want this to be interactive. So yeah.
Yeah, I see some hands raising too, like Scott, Ida, and Maya. How about we can answer Scott. Scott, do you have any question for us?
Yeah, I was wondering if I want to mail in a check to make a deposit into the account, do I make the check out to my child's name?
So for the on the memo sections, you will have to put your child's K2C account number, yeah, and on their name on the check.
Oh, so
Yes.
you put your child's name on the check and put the account number in the memo.
Yeah, two things: student name and the K2C account number. But let us know if you would like us to send you the prepaid envelope. So you can email us or call us. We can send a stack to you to use it.
Thank you.
And yeah,
is the check made out to K2C though?
So why don't we pull up the website, Celia, if you have a chance to pull up the how to make a deposit section of the website, we can actually show folks the accordion. And if you're not able to, I can show my screen in just a moment. So specifically the payee should be the student's name. And then Celia mentioned what to include in the memo section of a check that you mailed in. And that's the account number. And you can also include their name there just as an added measure to make sure that we connect it to the right account. And we'll drop in, we shared a link to the how to make deposit brochure, but I'm going to also drop in just now the specific instructions that we have up on the website that are speaking to mailing a check. But we'll take a moment just so you get more familiar with the website, how to see all of those details. We want to make sure you get it right.
Okay, let me see. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, we see your notes, Celia.
Okay, give me 1 second. How about right now?
Yes.
Okay. So Mohan, are you referring this to show it
Yeah,
to the participant?
so that's one of the really good resources. Just kind of goes over all the 4 different ways to make a deposit, and we'll have those details listed about where to send it and who it should be payable to. So it says in that middle column there, second paragraph, make your check or money order payable to the student's name and include their account number found on the account ID card in the memo section. And then why don't I, if you don't mind, Celia, I'm just going to show my screen for a moment.
Go ahead.
And just so you get more familiar with the website. So if you go to k2csf.org, you can navigate in this My Account section and go to How to Make a Deposit. And this is where we also outline the 4 different ways you can contribute. Celia spoke about direct deposit, bill pay. So there's a lot of specific information you want to make sure you include if you go into a Citibank branch, or if you're sending a check or money order by mail. And we have these instructions, that brochure Celia showed, in multiple languages, including English and Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, Arabic, Tagalog, and Samoan. So definitely check that out.
Thank you, Mohan, for
Yeah.
answering Scott question.
I have a question. So I tried to do the access my account and I got that like 13, it said participant must be 13 years old or older to access. I saw someone reply that said it might have already created an account, so I don't remember doing it. So now I can't access it. Is there some way? And someone said they would look it up, but I haven't gotten a feedback.
Yeah,
so.
Ida, definitely I was the one that replied to you. So usually if you when you're trying to register a student and you do receive that error message stating they must be 13 years old or 13 years old, it's most likely because you had previously registered, and a lot of the times parents do forget, or maybe it was another parent or another family member could have registered like another parent, but we can always go ahead and reset that account so you can re-register once more.
So do I need to do anything to reset, or will you do it right
You can
now?
send me a direct message with the student's full name, and I can definitely check to see if they've been registered, and I can reset their account.
And how do you want me to send you a message?
Direct message how you did earlier.
I did send it to you already.
Okay, let's see.
Can you
I'll look at
confirm that you have it?
definitely.
Yeah, and definitely if you have those questions, we want to be able to help you. Since we're streaming this and recording it, we want to take those individual questions one-on-one. So if we can't answer the specific challenge that you're experiencing, you can always email the K2C inbox, k2c@sfgov.org, and call 311 in San Francisco, and that gets routed to us and we can follow up with you. So if you got locked out of your account, if you're getting some error message like that, we can reset the account and we'll ask you for your student's info so that we know which student you're referring to. But if you have something specific, you can send us the chat now, and to one of us, we'll do our best to follow up with you as well.
And I have a follow-up. I was wondering if, so the account is in the child's name and that is forever there, right? It's not that even if we leave SFUSD, it is still like whatever amount that has been accrued will be under the child's name, correct? It doesn't get, I don't know, canceled, I guess.
No, that's a fantastic question. Actually, it's a really, really important point. So when a student leaves the district, we will notify the participant to have the option to either withdraw all the contributions if they've made personal deposits into the account, or they can transfer the balance over to a 529 account. So I saw some questions in there too about, is there an investment portion here in our chat? People are asking that. Can you save with a 529 account as well? And the answer is yes, if you're an active participant enrolled in the district. But if you leave the district, we want to encourage you to continue saving with K2C. And your option, if you want to roll over the contributions and incentives, is to move it over to what's called a 529 savings account. It's a type of investment account, and that account is dedicated for education related expenses. I sort of think of it as like a, it's like you have heard of a 401k for a retirement account. This is dedicated under the tax code specifically for educational savings, and you can really grow the balance over time. And so we also encourage folks who maybe have saved $1,000 or more to consider saving with the 529 as well. And you can choose at that point, if your student is still enrolled in the district, you can choose to keep both accounts open, and that way you can take advantage of both.
And I can roll it to 529 anytime I want, or does it have to be?
Sorry, if you don't mind, someone may be unmuted. If you don't mind muting yourself, I'll respond to that last question. Yes, that's correct. At any time. And I'll drop in a link here in a moment to a section where we talk about saving with a 529 account. So if you do take that option, you have two choices. You can either close your K2C account and we'll transfer the balance over to 529 Scholar Share, or you can choose to keep your K2C account open and transfer some of your balance. Now, we offer that option if you have at least $10 in contributions in your K2C account. So you have to have saved with K2C if you're choosing to keep both accounts open.
Okay.
Hi. Sorry, I don't know if the person
Maya,
was...
yes, go ahead.
Okay, great. Just two quick questions. So one is the money that's being contributed to the account once a child is eligible to go to college or what have you, does it have to be within San Francisco, or it could be anywhere in the United States? Like the school that they attend, if they, whatever trade school or college, does it have to be in San Francisco, California, or just in California? Or... Is that making sense?
Yeah, I'm just pausing because I think Teresa or Celia both could answer this well. Do one of you want to go give it a go?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I'm typing in
Oh, sure.
the chat.
Yeah, the question was, once the child is eligible to go to college and they want access to the funds that we've been saving up, do they have to go to a school, a trade school, a college, or community college in San Francisco, California? Can it be anywhere in the state? Can it be in the United States? That was my question. Like, are they limited to the schools that they can go to?
That's an excellent question. And definitely once they graduate, they can request funds and they can use it for trade school, city college, or university, not necessarily in San Francisco. It can be anywhere in the United States and even internationally.
Okay, cool. And then the other question I think you may have answered, but I just wanted to ask, say if I am doing all the saving and then, for whatever reason, my kid doesn't want to go to college or can't go to college, the money can be rolled over into a 529 or we can just cash it out completely. Did I understand? Is that correct?
That is correct. They can roll over to a 529 contributions and incentives.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the options. But if they won't, then you only get the, if you don't roll it to a 529, then only your contributions can be cashed out, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
The way to sort of think of that is, the initial seed that the city provides of $50 or any of these awards that we covered, it's really for higher education purposes. And so think of it as a kind of scholarship. And so if your student is, uncertain, right? We also have had instances where a student maybe has a disability or they've had, a non-traditional career path or educational path, and they're still figuring things out. And so I will say, like, the 529 is a good option. We have had a few students reach out who've wanted to move funds over to what is called like a CalAble account that's specifically for folks with disabilities. So let us know if there's something like that that you're thinking through. And one benefit of a 529 too, if you have a household with multiple siblings, just sharing this as one insight generally is, if you're saving for one of your children, and then one of them decides not to pursue higher education, you can actually change the beneficiary. And so maybe there's the younger sibling who does go. So that's one of those benefits of a 529 account that offers some flexibility.
Great. Okay, good. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's good to know. I have options. I do have a child with disabilities, and so that's interesting. Okay, great. Thank you so much for answering my questions. I appreciate it.
We have another question here in chat. The question reads, my son left the SFUSD for 5 years where he had an account previously and now is back. Could his account be merged? I see your excitement, Mindy. So your son is back this year, I'm guessing? Okay, so when a student leaves, we have to close the account. We close all accounts once they are no longer enrolled in the Unified School District. So if your student does return, then we will open a new account. There are a few instances, correct me if I'm wrong, Mohan, where we can actually reopen the previous account, but most likely they'll receive a new account, correct?
So I think this might be a good one, Mindy, for you to email us at the central inbox, and we can confirm. More recently, if somebody had left the district and came back, we're actually opening the account with the same account number. That hasn't always been the case. So if you email us at the K2C at sfgov.org email, include your student's name, date of birth, and their zip code, in terms of their mailing address, and then we can confirm what your account number is and if there's any past activity history there. I think the exception to that is if they left with savings, and so that's where when you leave the district and you have savings of your own, we do try to reach out to you, rather aggressively, if you will, and we want to make sure you can get your money back and or transfer that over to a 529. And so there is a timeline. Somebody had asked that question earlier. If we're not able to reach you after a year and you have personal contributions under $15, then you risk those funds being escheated to the city and county of San Francisco. So that's why we want to get in touch with you right away. If you have a balance over $15, you have up until 3 years. And so we want to avoid that happening. We want you to keep saving and get your money. So when your student leaves the district, most important thing is, go to our website as soon as you can and submit that request so we can get you your money.
Got it. Thank you so much.
So another question we received is, what happens if they're in middle school? Can they receive money if the parent deposits in their account? So students in any grade level can definitely take advantage of the other incentives that we offer. For example, viewing your account online, your balance online. Every school year that you view your balance, you get a $20 deposit. Even if you haven't saved at all, haven't made any contributions. There's also the growth incentive, which is based on the contributions the parents have made. And of course, as Celia had mentioned, we do offer the art contest, which is coming up, and they can get up to $500. So there's different opportunities for them to receive money incentives as well. So not just for the younger students. The equity incentive, it is just for 1st and 5th graders, but older students do have other opportunities.
Okay, I see a hands up for Katia. You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hi, thank you. I already got an answer for the registration of the account, so I already found my registration. Another question I have, where can I pull out information about how to deposit account to fund accounts?
Like how to make a deposit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
So I saw the question in the chat earlier that I think is probably better answered, not in writing, to kind of talk through. And this question was, Teresa shared some info about your options when you leave the district, and the question was, what are also some of the benefits of saving with the 529 versus with K2C? So I think there's a few considerations you might have. One is part of the premise of K2C is that we realize there's a lot of folks in San Francisco who don't have access to a bank account. And so the fact that we open this account automatically is meant to help provide that accessibility for families. And so having the opportunity to even walk into a Citibank branch with your child and get them familiar and comfortable with how to make a deposit is a pretty cool, amazing experience. In fact, Teresa and Celia organize deposit days with schools where they'll do a field trip to a Citibank branch and on occasion get to visit the vault and have that sort of really fun experience and have it be an opportunity for financial education. So building that comfort and experience of confidence going into a financial institution is one benefit with K2C that you don't have with a 529 where there isn't a local branch to go into. We also offer all these sort of creative incentives, right? And I like to think of it as not an either or. So if you do have both accounts open, you can make contributions in both. You can contribute in K2C, earn our incentives, participate in these scholarship contests that you wouldn't have if you just closed a K2C account, get the money there. But then with the investment account, the 529, you can really grow your balance over time. And based on your comfort level, you can choose different types of investments, right? So some people, are not comfortable with making that choice of where to invest the funds, and they would rather just keep the money in a savings account. But if you are thinking through those options, do know that 529 Scholarshare has licensed financial representatives who can guide you on making the decisions. And there's different options, just like you would have with retirement, where you can say, my student's going to go to college in 2030, and you choose that enrollment year portfolio option, and it balances the different investments accordingly, so that as your student nears graduation, it takes less risk, and the balance is preserved. If you want to choose your own sort of investment, you can do that, or you can say, I just want something to be in what's called a guaranteed income portfolio. So there's a lot of variety with the 529 options that can feel really exciting. It can also feel overwhelming. And I do encourage families to really consider that 529 option if they've got $1,000 or more, because they can really grow your balance over time, particularly if your student's in a younger or a lower grade.
I'm seeing a message here that the poll jumped directly to results. Were any other, did anyone else have a problem submitting their scoring or the poll?
Yes, when the poll popped up, it wouldn't allow you to click. So I think that's why most of us wrote a number in the chat.
Got it.
I see.
I put a number in the chat.
Thank you. I see two hands up. Francis?
Hi. Hi, sorry. I asked the question earlier because I have the graduating senior, but it sounds like it might be beneficial to keep both the K2C account and also the 529. But with the graduating senior, do we have that option, or do we have to close out the K2C and transfer everything to the 529, or can we still keep both for a graduating senior?
Yeah, so you would have to close the K2C account if they've graduated SFUSD. So the way to think about it is, as long as your student's enrolled in SFUSD or an SFUSD affiliated charter school, they, kindergarten to 12th grade, they'll have a K2C account. But once they leave the district, either if that's because they've chose to go to another school, they've moved, or they're continuing their education, we close the K2C account. And part of the reason for that is, we open these accounts every semester because we receive enrollment data from the district. But if a student has left the district or they've graduated, we're not going to have up-to-date contact information for them. We won't have a way to, send them the activity statements and get in touch with them. So that's why at that point we want you to keep saving and hopefully graduate in a way and go on to take advantage of other products and services like ScholarShare 529.
Okay. And then question relating to 529 is that if we were to take out money, is there like a penalty? Like, do the student have to keep the money in that 529 account for a certain period of time, or do they get penalized or taxed when they take out the money for college? Yeah,
that's a fantastic question, and just keeping an eye on the clock, we have just a minute or two before we wrap up today's presentation. But to answer that quickly, you are able to withdraw the balance from a 529 account without any tax implications, so long as the funds are being used for what are called qualified educational expenses. So if you're just taking the money out to take the money out and it's not being used for higher education, you can actually use it for K-12 education too. Then you risk that possibility of having to pay taxes, particularly on the amount that has grown in interest. It's the amount that goes beyond the amount that was initially deposited. We're not able to give that sort of formal tax legal advice, but those are some important considerations. And I will just share that there were some really positive reforms that came about recently through the Secure Act that gives a lot more flexibility for funds in a 529 account to be used to pay off student loans or to be rolled over to a retirement account, to a Roth IRA. And so that can give you some maybe assurance if you're not positive your student's going to pursue higher education. There's a couple other options there that weren't there in the past or that are going to be coming into effect rather soon.
Great. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. Thank you.
Celia, do you want to close this out?
Yeah. So, you know what? If you have more questions and need some help, you can, email us at k2c@sfgov.org. You can call us at 311 or come to our Zoom office, our Tuesday from 4 to 5, English or Chinese, or Tuesday or Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. For the Spanish. So we're so happy that you come, and then we love all the great questions that you ask. This is a great pleasure to, present K2C with you all. So, email us, call us if you need help. We're just, a phone call or email away. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you.